Have you ever noticed how different the world feels at 4 a.m.? It's silent. No traffic. No notifications. No noise. While most people are asleep, someone, somewhere, is working on their dream. This is the story of a boy named Marco. Marco was not born into wealth. He didn't have special advantages. He didn't have powerful connections. He didn't even have the perfect environment to grow. What he did have was a dream. A dream of changing his life. A dream of making his family proud. A dream of becoming more than his circumstances. But dreams without discipline are just wishes. Marco struggled in school. He failed important exams. He started doubting himself. Late nights. Endless scrolling. Waking up tired. Always saying, "I'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. One night, after another disappointing result, Marco sat alone in his room. The house was quiet. He looked at himself in the mirror and asked, "How long will I keep making excuses?" That night, he made one small decision. I will wake up at 4 a.m. Not because it sounded impressive. Not because successful people recommend it. But because he was tired of losing. The first morning. The alarm rang at 4 a.m. His eyes felt heavy. His body begged for sleep. His mind whispered, just 5 more minutes. But his heart said something stronger. If you go back to sleep now, you go back to your old life. Marco got up. Slowly. Quietly. He washed his face. Sat at his small desk. Opened his books. Outside, the world was dark. Inside, something powerful had just awakened. The first week was painful. He felt tired during the day. His friends laughed at him. They said, "Why are you waking up so early? That's crazy." But Marco didn't argue. He didn't try to explain. He just kept waking up. Every single day. At 4 a.m., he studied. At 4 a.m., he exercised. At 4 a.m., he planned his goals. At 4 a.m., he worked on becoming better. No distractions. No interruptions. Just pure focus. After 1 month, something changed. He wasn't just studying more. He was thinking clearer. He was feeling stronger. He was becoming disciplined. The boy who used to rush everything was now calm and in control. Because he had already won the first battle of his day. The battle against comfort. The battle against excuses. Months passed. While others stayed up late watching videos, Marco went to bed early. While others hit the snooze button, Marco built his future in silence. Slowly, his grades improved. Not overnight. Not magically. But steadily. And steady progress is more powerful than sudden motivation. 1 year later. The same boy who once failed stood on a stage receiving an academic excellence award. The crowd applauded. Teachers congratulated him. His parents had tears in their eyes. People asked him, "What's your secret?" Marco smiled and said just 2 words. 4 a.m. But here is the truth. It was never about the time. It was about the discipline. 4 a.m. did not change his life. His decision did. The decision to wake up when it's uncomfortable. The decision to work when no one is watching. The decision to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. Today, Marco runs his own small business. He supports his family. He mentors students. He speaks about discipline and consistency. And yes, he still wakes up at 4 a.m. Not because he has to. But because he remembers who he used to be. A boy full of excuses. And he promised himself he would never return to that version again. Now let me ask you something. What if your life changes? Not because of a big opportunity, but because of one small habit? What if 4 a.m. is not about waking up early, but about waking up your potential? Success does not announce itself loudly. It begins quietly. In the early hours. When no one is watching. The question is, will you wake up?